In the small, dusty town of Harpsville, there lived a man named John Miller. John was known throughout the town as a kind and hardworking man, despite his humble means. He lived in a tiny, run-down cottage on the outskirts of town, struggling to make ends meet. John's day began before the sun rose. Each morning, he would wake up, his bones aching from the hard work of the previous day, but his spirit remained unbroken. His cottage, though shabby, was always neat and clean, a testament to his pride and determination. He worked as a laborer, taking any job he could find to earn a few coins. Some days, he would help farmers with their crops, other days, he would fix roofs or mend fences. There was no job too small or too difficult for John. Yet, despite his efforts, the money he earned was barely enough to buy food and keep a roof over his head. The people of Harpsville often wondered why John didn't leave for the city in search of better opportunities. But John had a reason for staying. His mother, Mary Miller, was buried in the town cemetery, and John felt a deep connection to the place where she rested. He had promised her before she passed away that he would take care of their home and make something of himself, no matter how long it took. One crisp autumn morning, as John was heading to the market square in search of work, he noticed a commotion near the town hall. Curious, he made his way through the crowd and saw a tall, well-dressed man standing on a makeshift stage. The man introduced himself as Mr. William Harper, a wealthy businessman from the city who had recently acquired a large piece of land just outside Harpsville. Mr. Harper announced that he was looking for workers to help him build a new factory. The project promised steady employment for many months, and the wages were significantly higher than what most people in Harpsville were used to earning. John felt a spark of hope ignite within him. This could be the opportunity he had been waiting for. As soon as Mr. Harper finished his speech, John approached him and expressed his interest in the job. Impressed by John's earnestness and determination, Mr. Harper hired him on the spot. The following week, John reported to the construction site, eager to start his new job. The work was hard and demanding, but John thrived on the challenge. He quickly gained the respect of his fellow workers and supervisors for his diligence and positive attitude. John worked long hours, often staying late to finish a task or help a coworker. He saved every penny he could, living frugally and dreaming of a better future. His goal was to save enough money to start his own business, a dream he had nurtured since he was a boy. As the months passed, the factory began to take shape. John took pride in his contributions, knowing that his hard work was helping to build something important. The factory would provide jobs and opportunities for many people in Harpsville, and John was proud to be a part of that. One day, as John was working on the factory floor, he was approached by Mr. Harper. Impressed by John's work ethic and leadership qualities, Mr. Harper offered him a promotion to the position of foreman. John accepted the promotion with gratitude, knowing that it would bring him one step closer to his dream. As a foreman, John was responsible for overseeing a team of workers and ensuring that projects were completed on time and to the highest standards. He took his new responsibilities seriously, always striving to lead by example and treat his team with respect. Under John's leadership, productivity on the construction site improved, and the factory was completed ahead of schedule. Mr. Harper was so pleased with the results that he offered John a permanent position at the factory once it opened. John eagerly accepted, knowing that this stable employment would provide him with the financial security he needed to pursue his dreams. The grand opening of the factory was a momentous occasion for Harpsville. The entire town turned out to celebrate, and John was proud to stand alongside Mr. Harper and the other workers who had made the project possible. The factory brought new life to the town, providing jobs and stimulating the local economy. John continued to work hard, saving his money and learning as much as he could about the business. He took every opportunity to improve his skills and knowledge, knowing that each step brought him closer to his goal. One evening, after a long day at the factory, John decided to stop by the local tavern for a meal. As he sat at the bar, enjoying his dinner, he struck up a conversation with a well-dressed stranger. The man introduced himself as Mr. Thomas Blake, a successful entrepreneur from the city who was visiting Harpsville on business. John and Mr. Blake talked for hours, discussing their experiences and ambitions. Mr. Blake was impressed by John's story and his determination to improve his circumstances. He saw potential in John and offered to mentor him, providing guidance and advice on how to start and run a successful business. John was thrilled by the offer and eagerly accepted. Over the next few months, he met regularly with Mr. Blake, soaking up as much knowledge as he could. With Mr. Blake's help, John developed a business plan and began to take the first steps towards realizing his dream. With the money he had saved from his job at the factory and the guidance he received from Mr. Blake, John was finally ready to start his own business. He decided to open a small workshop, specializing in handcrafted furniture. John had always been good with his hands, and he knew there was a market for high-quality, custom-made pieces. The opening of John's workshop was a modest affair, but it marked the beginning of a new chapter in his life. He poured his heart and soul into his work, creating beautiful furniture that quickly gained a reputation for its quality and craftsmanship. Business was slow at first, but John's dedication and skill soon attracted a loyal customer base. Word of mouth spread. And before long, John was receiving orders from all over the region. He hired a few workers to help him meet the growing demand, providing jobs and training to others in the community. As the years passed, John's workshop grew into a thriving business. He expanded his operations, opening new workshops and employing dozens of workers. His success brought prosperity to Harpsville, and the town flourished as a result. John never forgot his humble beginnings, or the people who had helped him along the way. He was deeply grateful to Mr. Harper for giving him his first real opportunity, and to Mr. Blake for his invaluable mentorship. John made it a point to give back to the community, supporting local charities and helping others in need. He also honored the promise he had made to his mother. He kept their cottage in good repair, turning it into a cozy home where he could relax and reflect on his journey. John's success was a testament to his hard work, determination, and the kindness of those who had believed in him. John's story became an inspiration to the people of Harpsville and beyond. He proved that with hard work, determination, and a little help from others, it was possible to overcome even the most difficult circumstances and achieve great success. John's business continued to grow, and he became known as a generous and fair employer. He invested in his workers, providing training and opportunities for advancement. Many of his employees went on to start their own successful businesses, creating a ripple effect of prosperity and hope. In his later years, John wrote a book about his experiences, sharing the lessons he had learned along the way. The book became a bestseller, inspiring countless others to pursue their dreams and never give up. No matter how difficult the journey might seem, John's legacy lived on through his children and grandchildren, who carried on his work and continued to build upon his success. The Miller family became a symbol of hope and perseverance. Showing that it was possible to rise above adversity and create a better future, John spent his final years surrounded by family and friends, content in the knowledge that he had made a difference in the world. He passed away peacefully in his sleep, leaving behind a legacy of kindness, hard work, and determination that would inspire generations to come. And so, the story of John Miller, the poor man who became established, came to an end. But his spirit lived on in the hearts of those who knew him and in the countless lives he had touched along the way. After John's passing, the town of Harpsville held a memorial service to honor his contributions. The entire community came together to celebrate the life of the man who had done so much for them. Stories were shared about John's kindness, generosity, and determination. The Miller family continued John's tradition of supporting the community. They established the John Miller Foundation, which provided scholarships for young people, funded local projects, and supported small businesses. The foundation became a beacon of hope, helping many families improve their lives. The first recipient of the John Miller Scholarship was a young woman named Emily Thompson. Emily came from a modest background, much like John had, and dreamed of becoming an engineer. Thanks to the scholarship, she was able to attend a prestigious university and pursue her education without the burden of financial stress. Emily excelled in her studies, and after graduating, she returned to Harpsville with a mission. She wanted to give back to the community that had supported her. She joined the board of the John Miller Foundation and worked on various projects to improve the town's infrastructure and create new opportunities for its residents. Under Emily's guidance, the foundation funded the construction of a new community center, which provided a space for educational programs, vocational training, and social events. The center became a hub of activity, fostering a sense of unity and collaboration among the residents of Harpsville. Emily also initiated a program to support local entrepreneurs. She believed that by helping people start their own businesses, the town could create a sustainable economy and provide jobs for future generations. The program offered grants, mentorship, and resources to aspiring business owners, empowering them to turn their ideas into reality. Inspired by the original factory that had given John his start, Emily spearheaded the development of a new, state-of-the-art manufacturing facility. This factory focused on producing eco-friendly products, aligning with the growing demand for sustainable practices. The project created hundreds of jobs and attracted new businesses to Harpsville. The success of the new factory further solidified the town's economic stability. Harpsville became known as a model of sustainable development, attracting attention from across the country. People came to study the town's initiatives and replicate its success in their own communities. As Harpsville thrived, the John Miller Foundation expanded its reach beyond the town's borders. The foundation established partnerships with organizations worldwide, sharing knowledge and resources to address global challenges such as poverty, education, and environmental sustainability. One of the foundation's most significant achievements was the creation of an international network of community leaders. These leaders, inspired by John's story, worked together to implement programs that uplifted their communities. The network facilitated the exchange of ideas and best practices, fostering a spirit of global collaboration. As the years went by, Emily prepared to pass on the leadership of the foundation to the next generation. She had mentored a group of young, passionate individuals who shared her vision and commitment to making a difference. Among them was David Miller, John's grandson, who had grown up hearing stories about his grandfather's journey. David, armed with a degree in business administration and a deep sense of responsibility, was ready to take on the mantle. Under his leadership, the foundation continued to innovate and expand its efforts, always staying true to John's values of hard work, kindness, and community support. David's first major initiative was the establishment of the John Miller Institute for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. The institute provided cutting-edge education and training to budding entrepreneurs and innovators, equipping them with the skills and knowledge needed to succeed in a rapidly changing world. The institute quickly became a center of excellence, attracting students and professionals from all over the globe. David's leadership and vision ensured that the foundation's impact would continue to grow, touching countless lives and inspiring future generations. Despite the foundation's global reach, the Miller family never forgot its roots. They continued to invest in Harpsville, ensuring that the town remained a vibrant and thriving community. The original workshop where John had started his business was preserved as a museum, telling the story of his journey and serving as a source of inspiration for visitors. The Miller family also organized annual events to celebrate John's legacy, bringing the community together and reinforcing the values that had made Harpsville successful. These events included workshops, seminars, and community service projects, all aimed at fostering a spirit of unity and cooperation. As the years turned into decades, the story of John Miller became legendary. His journey from poverty to prosperity, fueled by hard work and the support of others, served as a beacon of hope for people everywhere. The principles he had lived by, perseverance, generosity, and community spirit, were passed down through generations, continuing to shape the lives of those who followed in his footsteps. The John Miller Foundation's impact continued to grow, touching lives across the globe. From small towns to bustling cities, the Foundation's programs and initiatives empowered individuals and communities to achieve their full potential. John's legacy was not just about his success, but about the countless lives he had inspired and uplifted. Looking towards the future, the Miller family remained committed to their mission of making the world a better place. They understood that the challenges of the modern world required innovative solutions and collaborative efforts. By staying true to the values that John had instilled in them, they were confident that they could continue to create positive change. The Foundation explored new frontiers, embracing technology and fostering partnerships with other organizations to address emerging global issues. They invested in renewable energy, supported educational initiatives in underserved communities, and championed social justice causes. Through it all, the spirit of John Miller lived on, a testament to the power of hard work, determination, and the support of a caring community. His story was a reminder that no matter how humble one's beginnings, it was possible to achieve great things and make a lasting impact on the world.